Hi everyone. Let's continue our Alaska cruise trip, and our first stop is Juneau. It's a small town in Alaska. We got off the ship and came to this downtown area to try this amazing tram.
I know. We'll see it when we go on. Don't go. Why would you do
The Gold Belt Tram in Juneau is a scenic aerial tramway that offers breathtaking views of the surrounding mountains, forests, and the Gatineau Channel. It ascends approximately 1,800 feet from the base near the downtown area to the top of the Mount Roberts. The ride takes about 5-7 minutes and provides panoramic views of the landscape, making it a popular attraction for visitors. At the summit, there are hiking trails, a restaurant, and an observation deck where you can enjoy stunning vistas. The area also features exhibits on local wildlife and native culture, adding an educational aspect to the experience. The tramway is named after the gold mining history of the region, echoing Juneau's rich heritage. It's a fantastic way to experience the natural beauty of Alaska.
Yeah.
There were two distinct communities.
We are on our way up to the Shaw Hit. Shaw Hit is a Tlingit word for the mountain house. We are ascending 1,800 feet above sea level on the only aerial tramway here in southeast Alaska. Gold Belt Tramway is owned and operated by Gold Belt Inc., which is a local Alaska Native corporation. We were built on August 10, 1996. We will be passing through an Alaska temperate rainforest, which averages 90 inches of rain and 100 inches of snow per year. Some of the trees you may notice are the western hemlock, the Sitka spruce, and red oak. The Sitka spruce gets its name from a Tlingit island called Shiatakaha. It has since been changed to Baranof Island. It has small, sharp pines, but it is the largest spruce in the world. So fittingly, it's the state tree of Alaska. The western hemlock are similar with the droopy top. The Tlingit people found this wood handy for making utensils and coats. The red alder are the green leafy trees you see.
Oh, no, it's
Its
right down
uses
there.
include smoking fire.
Good.
After the summer harvest, much of the food was preserved and stored. As you venture down to the sky bridge, we have Gold Belt Tram here. This is truly one of Juneau's finest gift shops. It features a gallery of genuine artifacts. Go on in and admire the quality work. We're at time to visit with a local carver He does much of his work right there in the gallery. And while at Gold Belt Transit, you can pick up your souvenirs or a variety of other Juneau mementos. The Timberline Bar and Grill overlooks the beautiful view of the Juneau Channel and the Inside Passage. You can enjoy tasty Alaska seafood featuring halibut and crab, as well as a large variety of beverages. Next to the restaurant, we have the Chill Cafe with a complimentary film called Season Daylight. It's an award-winning documentary based on the Tlingit culture here in Southeast Alaska, and it features many local natives. It plays at the top and the bottom of the hour. It runs about 18 minutes. We have a tram car running every 5 to 10 minutes, so if you end up missing one, don't worry. It's a short wait. Once we reach the top, we will be unloading onto the Sky Bridge.
This ramp. Welcome, welcome, have fun, enjoy, watch out for humans, they're everywhere.
We are almost on the top of the mountain, and you can see amazing view from here. You can see cruise ships on the water, trees, mountains. Weather was rainy that day, but it didn't stop people from exploring the area and enjoy the nature. Can video myself how it's raining here.
Trails. It's pretty foggy, but it still looks nice under. Yeah.
Juneau in Alaska is unique in that it's one of the few US states capitals that isn't accessible by road. Instead, it's surrounded by water and mountains, making it reachable only by road, by boat or plane. This isolation contributes to its stunning natural beauty, including the nearby Mendenhall Glacier. Juneau is also rich in history, with a vibrant Tlingit culture and the gold rush heritage that shaped its development. Additionally, it boasts the largest national forest in the United States, the Tongass National Forest, providing ample opportunities for outdoor activities like hiking and whale watching. Juneau experiences a daily influx of 21,000 people or more from visiting cruise ships between the months of May and September. The city is named after a gold prospector from Quebec, Juneau, although it was once called Rockwell and then Harrisburg. weather is slight percent of slight chance. How did you say? It's a little bit rain today, but as you see, we're near cruises. Just so we're in Juneau in Alaska, and it's raining a little bit today, but we're still walking around and enjoy the town, little town, and uh, we can see ships from this side. I don't know what to tell you. Here we are going to golden mining, where they were getting gold from for many years. We bought this excursion from the ship, and prices are around $100 per person. Everybody has to wear helmet and take earplugs to use them later.
Oh, did everybody get my name?
No.
Oh.
No.
Okay, I'm sorry. My name's Gary, okay? And that. Oh, so I'll be your tour guide, okay? So if you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask them. Just yell them out real loud so I can hear you, and we'll get the answer for you, okay? And that. I did retire out of mining. I spent 38 years underground, okay? And that. So where we're standing right now is called the portal or the attic. They're both the same. Then the rock on your left and the rock on the right inside the mine is called the ribs. And the rock over your head is called the back, okay? Now when you come in right here on the right, you will see a tag in, tag out board. So every person that went underground had to tag in. When they come out, they had to tag out. Any questions? Now, does everybody have earplugs?
No, I need some. Oh, some backup.
Okay, folks, go right about right there. That's good. Okay, folks, this area right in here, we call this a sump. That wall designed to hold water. You see a pump hanging there. That is an air-driven pump. You turn the air on to that, it pumps the water into this 2-inch steel line. That's our water line. The 4-inch is our air line. We call them utilities. Now, the miners had to have water when they're drilling. That is federal law. Now, after you blast, you'll have a lot of dust on your top of your muck pile. So you do want to take the water hose and water down your muck pile real good before you start mucking, okay? So any questions on that? Nope. Okay, we will go on up. Folks, go that pole right there. Throw the pole right there, we'll make a loop over that way. Okay. Okay, folks, when this mine operated, they did run different locomotives. Now, some were powered by diesel engines, some were powered by electric, which is batteries, okay? Now, this one right here is all electric, weighs 2 tons, and this one is over 70 years old, and is still running great, just like me, okay? Okay. Now, the person that operates this locomotive underground was called a trammer. And what a trammer job is to move rock underground. So they would take this locomotive and be hooked up to 8 of these ore cars right here. Now, these ore cars are called rocker bottom because they're designed to dump to the left side or to the right side. They would pull it under this chute, open the gate, fill the car, close the gate. Now, once they had the train full, they would take it to an ore pass. They would dump it, and that ore pass would take it down to another level, to another chute, and another train. Because all the rock in the mine had to go to one location. And when we get up here at the end, at the right time, I'll tell you the location and why and everything, and how it all went about, okay? And that. So, do I have any questions on that? No questions? Okay. We'll go on up. You two that just came up from the rear, come on up here toward the front. There's another one right there beside you. All 3 of you are about the same height. Come on up here. Come on up here.
Yes, sir.
You folks can't see over all these people. Okay, folks. This mine is a very, very old mine. They started this mine in the 1800s. Now, they closed this mine down at the beginning of World War II. Now, after the war was over, the price of minerals dropped so low that it was not feasible for them to try to reopen at that time. Now, this mine is a very, very large mine. This mine has got 160 miles of tunnels under this mountain. It's on 15 different levels. And there are 9 levels below us, 5 levels above us. We are on level 10. Now, you did notice you're walking up an incline. Well, the reason for that is this tunnel was driven for one reason, for conveyor belts. So, when this mine was operating, they had 2 large conveyor belts that went under these 2 rows of chutes. And there's 4 chutes on each side. And these chutes are designed to lift up or down. So they could pick the chute they wanted to pull the rock out of to put it on the conveyor belt. Now, once the rock was on the conveyor belt, it would go all the way outside into the back side of the mill and dump the rock inside the mill. Okay. Now, if you look at the rim over here, it's concreted and the back is concreted. And that, now the concrete is 3 foot thick. Okay, and that. Okay. Now, it's there to help support what they call the ore bin. Now, the ore bin is a large opening up there. It's 50 feet wide, 50 feet long, 150 feet deep. And it'll hold approximately 8,000 tons of rock. So if you were standing up toward the very top of the ore bin and was to look straight up, just about, you would see 2 different types of crushers up there. Now the one that would be closest to you is called a gyro crusher. And the one above it is called a jaw crusher. Now, I told you down there, all the rock had to go to one location. Well, that location is at the bottom of the mine, where all the rock would go into a huge hopper. They would pull it out of the hopper into huge ore drums that would be hoisted up and dumped into the jaw crusher. And the jaw crusher would crush everything down to about a 5-inch minus. It would come out of the jaw crusher, come down, go into the gyro crusher, and the gyro crusher would crush it on down to about a 2-inch. And once it comes out of the gyro crusher, it would go into the ore bin. And then they would pull it out of the ore bin using this chute here and this chute here. And these round drums underneath, those are controller drums. They controlled how much rock was going down into these chutes down below. And that, so they did not overfill the chutes and cause damage to the conveyor belts. So any questions on that?
Where'd all the rock go?
I'm sorry?
When you were all done, trailers, is that what they call that?
Tailings?
Yeah.
The waste
Where's all the dirt that came
The
out?
waste?
Yeah,
that the mill doesn't keep, it goes back in the mine.
yeah.
They use it for backfill. Okay? And that. So they don't have tailings ponds anymore. Okay? Now, prior to a lot of things down where your ships are docked, all that road, that main road there, and all the docking and everything, all that rock came out of this mine. Okay, okay, okay. So there's still a lot of gold underneath that road too. Okay, probably. Okay. Now don't go down there with jackhammers and everything. Okay, and that. Okay. Any questions on anything there? Okay, mining in Juneau. Now we do have 2 active mines going right now in Juneau. One is the Greens Creek mine out on Admiralty Island. The other one is a Kensington mine, which is about 60 miles north of us. Now 4 years ago, the Kensington mine hit a record of producing 1 million tons of gold, okay? So there's still a lot of gold in these mountains. There's still a lot of gold in this mine, okay? And that. Okay, so if you look right over here on the right rib, you see this yellow bag. Now this bag is called a ventilation bag. Now the miners had to have this ventilation bags blowing in their heading all the time they were in there. Now the only time they shut them down is when they were getting ready to blast, and then right after they blast, they would turn them back on again, okay? Now you do not need to put your earplugs in. I'm gonna turn it on just for a second so you can see how much air does go through in just a short order, okay? And that. So it doesn't even get up to even a quarter of the power, okay? And that, okay? Okay, folks, you see it does put a lot of air through there real fast, okay? And that. Now, when we're around in the heading, you will see why we do have to have ventilation blowing in there, okay? And I will point it out to you, okay? And that. So do I have any questions on that? Okay? And they started doing the mine and that.
So how do they locate like a coarse vein?
But you can see it.
Just find it, start digging a hole?
480 trillion dollars. Okay. I said, okay, if you say so. I'm no mathematician, okay? And then, okay. Now, folks, I told you the ore car over there under the chute was called a rocker bottom. Now, this ore car right here is called an end dump. You see a lever right there. You pull that lever to this side, it releases it from the frame. You pick this end up, the rock goes out the other end. You pull it back down, throw the lever over, it locks it. Okay? Now, this is the ore car that the miners had to have in their heading. Now, after they blasted and they watered down and barred down and was ready to muck out, they would load these ore cars with this IMCO 12B track mucker. Okay? Now, on our way back out, I will be demonstrating the mucker for you. Okay? Can you come here, young lady? Can you stand right here? Right there. Now, like I said, I will be demonstrating the mucker for you. But I do not throw rock in the car because the rock can hit the car and a chip could come off and hit somebody. We do not want anybody getting hurt. So what I do throw in the car for you to simulate throwing the rock in there is I do throw a couple buckets of water in there for you, okay? And that. So when we come back out, if you stand where this young lady's standing right here, okay, and back this direction, you will be totally fine. If you stand over here where these young folks are standing, there's a slight chance you could get a little bit wet, okay? And that, okay? And that, okay? Now, I got questions for probably 2 of you. And you both probably know 3 maybe, okay? You probably know the question. How tall are you?
Oh, 6'3".
6'3"? How tall are you, young man?
I'm 5'11".
You're what?
Always uphill.
Yeah. I'm standing here and this, oh, you're saying he's that much farther uphill than you are?
A little way.
Okay. I take everybody's word. So, if you're 6'3", you do need to stay on the lower level. Because there is a head knocker up there that will hurt, okay, and that. And the heading, okay. Now, we're going to go on around, and we're going to stop and look at what they call the pretty wall. So you can take pictures and everything, and then I know some of you won't be able to see it when we're talking about it, but don't worry. You'll be able to hear me because my wife says I got the biggest mouth in town. Okay, and that, okay, and that, which is okay, and that. Okay, so we're going to stop and look, so you'll hear me. So then, as you come up by, you can stop, take a picture of it, and everything. Okay, and then we'll go on up and to the heading. Okay, and that. And like I said, if you're 6'3", you need to stay on the lower level. Okay. Okay, let's go on around. Okay. Now you see. Okay, folks, what we call the pretty wall is on the right rim. Now this is a quartz vein. Now quartz and gold are like magnets. They attract each other. So where you do find a big quartz vein, there is a good chance you're going to find gold. Now the old-time prospectors, they were always following the quartz vein because that's where they were getting their gold from. Okay, and that, okay? So as you come up by, take a look at it, take a picture, then come on out and go on both levels, okay? Okay.
Huh? It's Osman pocket. Osman pocket. Yeah.
That's Christmas.
All the way over. Now, sir, turn around. No, you look at me. Look. Turn around and look where my light's at.
Oh, ow.
Okay.
That's a head bumper.
Not for me, guys.
Okay, folks, there's still room on the upper level if you folks can move on down some more, okay? Okay, folks, I do have two drills standing here. Now, the first one I'm going to tell you about is the one standing straight up and down right here. Now, this one is called a stoper. And this one is designed to drill one way, straight up. So if I wanted to connect this level with the level up above us with what they call a raise, or maybe put another ore pass in, that is the drill that I would be using, okay? Now the other drill I have here is this Gardner Denver 83 jack lathe, okay? And that. Now this drill is designed for driving drift, okay? This is a drill that I use to drill this round out with, okay? These holes are 8 foot deep, 8 foot high, 8 foot wide. Right here in the center you see 9 holes, and that's called your burn. And then you do a diamond, then the dot box, and then your holes are staggered. So you see no hole is more than 3 feet from another hole. Because every hole you put dynamite in, that hole is going to break 1.5 feet all the way around. So that hole will intersect with this hole will intersect with this hole, so on and so on, okay? And that, okay. Now, if we wanted to come in here and blast this round, we would come in here and we would put 8 sticks of dynamite in every hole, except in the berm. In the berm, we would only put dynamite in the 4 corner holes. So how many holes did we leave open?
4, 3.
Who said 5? Right there? Oh, you said it too? Okay. I heard a lady's voice and that's all. I couldn't hear yours, okay. So both of you are right, 5, okay? Now the reason we do not put dynamite in those 5 holes is because when you're using dynamite and you're blasting rock, you have to have some place for that rock to start breaking to. So the 4 corner holes will break the rock into those 5 empty center holes and blow everything out this way. But now every hole is timed to go off separately. So there's no 2 holes that goes off at the exact same time. Okay, and now. So any questions on that? Okay. Now is a good time to put your earplugs in. Okay, folks, you can see why we would have ventilation blowing into here all the time, okay? So do I have any questions on the drilling? Nope? Okay, we're going to go back around to where the mucker's at, and if you let me get in the lead, I'll stop you before you go into the dangerous zone, okay?
Leave our earplugs in or take them out?
Leave them in. Okay, folks. Now this mucker is called an IMCO 12B track mucker because it does run on rail or track. You can see it right here in the water, okay? In that. Now the miners were responsible for laying the rail. In that, okay? In that, okay. I hear the van's already back. Okay. The miners had to lay the rail. They didn't have a crew coming in. Just like the miners were responsible to move their utilities ahead as they moved ahead. And the utilities are your air, water, and your ventilation bank, okay? Okay. Now, I'm going to demonstrate this mucker for you. And that, this mucker this year turned 101 years old, okay? And that, okay? And that. But it's still a great machine, okay? And that. This is how we get rid of the rock. Okay, folks, now you can take your earplugs out, okay? Okay, folks, I only have you for a short time up here underground, so what I try to do is show you what one day as a miner would be like. So from the time you come in the portal till the time you go out is 8 hours. Okay, you stay underground 8 hours. Now, everything that a miner would do during that day, I have told you about it, or I have demonstrated it for you, okay? And then, okay.
How do they go to the bathroom? I'm sorry.
I'm sorry?
How do they go to the bathroom?
Okay.
Question. Because they can't leave.
Getting close, I'm getting ready for that. Okay. Now, okay. Okay, when we're going out, and then, I was getting just up to it, okay? When we're going out, and, okay, when you get about 60 feet this side of the portal, before you go out the portal, on the left is what they call the King's Throne, okay? Now, are you talking number 1 or number 2?
I mean, what if they're in here for 8 hours? How do they?
Are you talking number 1 or number 2?
Well, both. What if you were in there and you do number? Yeah. Well, okay. So they obviously do number 1 in here.
We do number 1 right in the ditch.
Oh, okay. But number 2.
Number 2 is, I told you, on about 60 feet, there's a wide turnout right there on the left, and that is behind that is what they call the King's Throne. Okay. So when you go by, you can stop and look at it, and you will know what it is, okay? And that's not the only one on the level. There's probably 20, 30 of them on every level. Okay, yes, sir.
When you're ready to shoot the dynamite, how far would those people be gone back? Because you can't stay there, do they go exit?
No.
Or would they?
Okay. The way I answer that, sir, is you always look for the place that you have the best protection from any fly rock or anything, okay? Now, I've stood within 14 feet of the blast. I've stood as far as 150 feet from the blast, okay? But it's where I had the best protection, that I didn't get hit with no fly rock or anything, okay? Does that answer your question?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, has the mine ever collapsed?
I'm
Have you
sorry,
ever had a
there you are.
problem with collapsing?
This mine?
Yeah.
Nope.
I have a question. How many miners are on a floor or a level at a time in a day?
That's a hard one to answer, you know. When this mine was operating, they had a payroll of 3,000 people. They had over 500 miners underground every shift. So you take 500 miners and divide them up into 15 left, you know, how many you got? I don't know.
How much money did a miner make?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. How much money did they make?
In the beginning,
Like, how much money did one miner make?
in the beginning, the miners were getting paid $2 a day. Why are you doing that? Do you know how much $2 a day was back then?
Was it a lot?
They were rich, rich people. Okay? Just for an example, you go to the store, right?
Yeah,
You buy bacon,
yeah.
you get a pack of bacon, you get what, 12, 13 strips of bacon on it? You pay almost $10. Back then, you buy a slab of bacon about that wide and about that long for 5 cents.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Okay, so, yeah, that makes sense.
So miners were rich, okay. Yes, sir.
I keep hearing a cracking going over here. What is that, from rain, or is that shifting rocks, or what?
I'm sorry, what's that?
Like a cracking noise, you might not hear it.
Oh, right there? That's string. That's the first surveyor's.
He's hearing a noise, he's hearing a noise.
Oh,
I think it's a drip.
it's right there. That's our drinking fountain.
Really? Okay, you drink that water though.
Yeah, that comes right from the surface. Comes down through all the rocks and everything. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, folks. I know they started the generators and stuff, I'm sure. Okay, where are you going? Where are you going? Be back here. Okay. When we get ready to go out, we will go right over here and we will turn left. Okay? And that. And when you do go over there and you do turn left, and then, did I tell you about the gold panning tables?
No.
Man, got me on answer.
Threw you off on the toilet.
Yeah, okay. Okay. When, I told you about the sign? No. Okay. We left off at the king's throne.
Yes, you did, yes.
Okay. Then when you go on out of the portal, if you look directly to your right, I had a spare rocker bottom car like the ore car over there, under the chute. I put it up on the bank over there, laid it over to show you how we do dump the rock out of it. Then up on top of the building where you got your hard hats, there is a sign up there. Now the owner made that sign in 1915, okay? And that. Now the interesting part about the sign is the bottom line. And the bottom line says Maggie Kathleen. Well, Maggie was his dog, Kathleen was his wife. The dog got top billing on that, okay? Okay, and that. After that, you'll put your hard hats up, you'll go down below. There'll be folks down at the mill, old mill site, that will meet you. They will walk you through the mill presentation, how the mill operated. They will demonstrate a stamp mill for you. And then you will go over to the gold panning tables, and you will pan for your gold. Now, ladies, I told you there's a lady that owns this mine tour. Well, her gold panning crew has been told they will keep the water warm for you ladies, because you don't need to put your fingers in ice cold water. Okay, okay. Now, okay, when we get ready to go out, we will go right over here and we will turn left, okay? And then, okay? And so when we do go over here and turn left, I do guarantee you one thing. You will see the light at the end of the tunnel, okay? Okay? Now, folks do ask me if I accept tips. I tell them yes. If you enjoyed the mine tour, there's a gold pan where the hard hats are at. You can put it in there, and they are greatly appreciated, especially by my kids. How old are you?
11 turning 12.
You're lucky. We're almost out of time. Otherwise, I would have had you. Okay. Okay.
How cold is winter here?
I'm sorry.
How cold during winter here?
How cold does it get in here?
During winter.
Same as it is right now.
Really?
Stays the same temperature in here year round. Okay. Okay. Okay, folks. It's been my privilege, and I hope you did enjoy the mine tour. I hope you take away some good memories to take home and share with your friends and family, and that. And you're welcome.
This is where everybody would.
But it's also rotating and it's crushing the rock against the sides of that funnel. So that's everything that happened up in that top building. From there, 300-foot drop inside the mountain in a chute into the ore bin where you just were. When it came out of the ore bin, they had roller crushers crushing the rock. It then came down the conveyor belt. Next level in the mill, 1-inch mesh. Smaller rock falls through that. Anything larger, they had another set of those roller crushers. They're constantly spinning, pulling the ore in and crunching down on it.
Crush, it'll turn into a sandy paste that then use the pan for gold, garnet, jade, and other precious materials. So now I'll turn it on for you all and show you how it works. For a minute, as you walk the deep, it goes in 300 pounds in weight and has 3 shoes right across the bottom. This is what people do all day long, shoveling that ore into the hopper, and then getting out that paste and that pan for gold. So this is a smaller scale of the sand mill, the industrial ones, which were here in Juneau, all across the shore, upon hundreds. Those weighed about 1,000 pounds. Those did 98 cents per minute, and they had 5 shoes right across the bottom to crush up that ore.
Papa, with a big chunk.
Sure.
How many plates of these? And I'll help you in a minute, okay? No, Papa, just one.
Go.
Oh, so you want that?
All right, here you go, sir.
Well, that's quite a little camera. Is that a GoPro?
Well, that's pretty good one.
Well, I guess that's pretty good. Well, look like we have everybody at the panning tables. Welcome, good evening. I'm Rick, born and raised here, as Brad is. These are demo pans, folks, okay? These ain't the original pans your miners used, as we have displayed here on the corner. If we go that route, folks, we'll probably be here until next week, and I don't think your ship's going to wait for you. So what we're going to do is, we're going to get this material out of your pans, folks. You can be barely even down to anything. You got placer gold, flex gold in these pans, okay? They get covered very easily. You don't take much to cover them. So what we want to do is, let's go ahead and fill our pans up with water. And we'll do a little shake and dance with them. Okay? Let's get that gold to sit down to the bottom of our pans. Don't dump them out or nothing. And after we shake them, dance with them a little bit, I'm going to show you how to go ahead and wash these out. When we start the washing process, folks, you're going to wash so much of it out. Pick up like you just did in your pans, resettle your material back into your pans, and we're going to go back to washing again. So now what we're going to do is, you're going to put the nose of your pan into the water at a 45-degree angle. You're going to do a short wave motion to get your material out of your pans. You wash so much of it out, put water back in, resettle your material back into your pans, then we'll go back to washing again. We're going to do that until there's basically probably not even a half a teaspoon of dirt left in your pans. So let's give it a try, see what we can come up with. As you can see how small they are. Trajando place of gold reflexes is called, or people like call it color. They got the material what they want. This goes out the front door. This whole hillside's all tailing. This dirt on top, just dirt, rocks, packed to make a road up here.
And I put it kind of back in the water.
Well, yeah, you gotta use the water to wash the material out with. Vial? Oh, okay. You folks finally out of that heat?
Yeah.
Yeah, we had some hot days there.
Oh,
Well, of course, we've all got it.
It was amazing day in Juneau. I liked exploring it and enjoying town and nature around it. And how they say on the ship, ciao for now.
It's about $1 worth. Where are you folks from?
I can't retire.
What's that?
I can't retire.
You can't retire. That's what I asked him. He says, unless you can retire at $1.20.